Today on the Wine Brew Show, I'm planting some hops. Got some Phoenix hops here, bought from Ale Smithing Homebrew. Got a nice little beer mat with it here. I'm just going to put it in a pot this year because I don't really know where I'm putting it in the garden. But you want to put it ideally in full sun, like south facing, so it gets loads and loads of that sun. Wormy in there. Yeah, they grow big, so you want a trellis them to trail over. Or like, as they do it in the commercial ones, they get some string, like cocoa or whatever it's called, for it to climb up. But basically, get yourself a nice trellis. I think I'm going to get some bamboo for this one this year. Just put it in a little pyramid and just watch it this year, see what it does. It's already looking nice and healthy from receiving it. Literally got it, planted it straight out. I didn't want to wait. So you get it in your pot. Got a nice amount of soil there. Just give it water and keep it in the sun. I'll keep an eye on this for a few days just to make sure it's not getting a bit poorly or anything. And then I'm going to get the trellis situation sorted. Let's have a look at what else we got in this box. So we've got the beer mat, nice little tips for growing, fast growing and hardy. I already knew that. Yeah, they do. They grow big and up to about July, I think. Have a look. Mid-July, and then you basically got to wait for the cones to ripen, get like a little bit crispy before you harvest them. And then you can either use them fresh in your home brew, called a wet hop brew, or you can dry them out. I've got a dehydrator, so that's pretty simple for me. Dry them out, store them like just like normal hops, fresh hops in the freezer. Normally, just keep them vacuum packed if you've got one, just as airtight as possible to preserve the alpha acid content. I think the Phoenix, I bought them because they store quite well, and also apparently it's a nice looking hop. It's got the hops grow evenly all over the vines rather than like, you know, all in one spot and bunch up. So as well as it being a plant that I'm going to be using, I want it to look nice in the garden. So, you know, get that nice hop smell in there. And maybe trailing, I might do a little archway or something with them. But somewhere in full sun for sure. Make full use of the sun. And get a nice crop of hops growing year after year. For free now. They weren't even too expensive. I think all in all, the postage about £11. So not bad really. A lot of places they do bare root hops and they come dormant. These ones have actually come in a pot already growing, which I think is better. It's good to know that they're nice and healthy, and you don't have to wait for these to plant them out. The other ones you're supposed to plant out, I think, in like autumn, and then let them, you know, acclimatise over the winter, and then the spring shoots will come out when it's out of dormancy. But yeah, these are ready to go now, so in the pot they go, nice and deep. Biggest pot I could find really in my garden. Slightly big one there, but I got plans for that one. So yeah, give it a few days, let it get acclimatised, then I'm going to start trellising it up and training it to grow nice and tall. Okay, so it's a couple of days later. My Phoenix hops are looking nice and healthy. I found a little peg in the greenhouse, a bit old and rusty, but it's actually exactly the same as the ones you can buy on the online shops where you buy the hops. This little peg. Basically, your hop goes through this little loop here, it holds them up, and then from then on, you want it going up your trellis or your string. So I made a little teepee here with some bamboo. Pretty simple. Wound up the first hop. You got to wind them clockwise, around the support. If you do them anti-clockwise, they just fall off. I'm not sure if the bamboo is actually going to hold them, so I might get some string to help it climb better. But for now, this is going to do. I didn't have any ties for my bamboo, so I used some nettle fibres, getting my woodsman skills up. A bit rudimentary and rough, but it's good and sturdy. Like, yeah, it won't break. That's just a stem from a big tall nettle. Well, 4 of them in fact, and then you just rub them between your hands and all the fibres come out, and then you can basically make a rope. If you're feeling flash, you can, you know, twirl them round and make proper twine and all that kind of stuff, but for my purposes I just wrapped it around the bamboo and it's actually doing really well. So there we go, that's my Phoenix hops all planted. I'm going to leave them where they are now because they're getting full sun, and then I've got some bits to do in the garden. You can tell it's very overgrown, but I think I'm going to plant it just in that corner by the greenhouse. That gets sun all day, and then I may, in the future, if it goes well there, plant it properly and then put some trellises up over the garage wall and just have it all grown up there. Kind of made sense anyway, seeing as I want it to be my home pub. So yeah, that's my hops.
Hey DJ, give me a beat. It's the Lion Brew Show. I cook too. Do some gardening and foraging stuff. Terrible raps. Like, subscribe, and all that crap.